I'm nothing without you. Without you, you are the air that I breathe.
Good afternoon, good morning. I don't know wherever you're watching us from. It's we have all different time zones, but I'm excited that you could find time to be with us today. I am so blessed by the responses we have gotten. We are looking at pursuing victory, and we have said that each one of us, without exception, we are wired for success. We've been looking at the life of David from the book of Hebrews chapter 6 verse 12. The Bible says, do not be lazy to imitate those who through faith have inherited the promise. So we have said that there are people that we can emulate, people that we can just look at and be able to get inspired by what they have done. And we have established how David began as a shepherd boy, and in the long run he ended up becoming the whole king of Israel. And David is one of the most celebrated kings of the land of Israel. Beloved, as I come to the close of our first segment, I want to now deal with what made David successful. The first thing that we have looked at is that he was faithful, or rather he was he had the ability to handle small beginnings. And then we have also looked at the fact that in the small beginning, he was faithful with a little, faithful with another man's, and he was also faithful with money. The third thing that I want to deal with in this segment is that he was, content with doing what I call menial jobs or menial tasks. In the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 21, David, he was called to go into the palace where Saul was living. Saul had a challenge in his body. He had an impairment, and the Bible says that he was troubled or tormented by demons. And every time the demons would come, they would trouble Saul. In fact, there is a paradox there, because the Bible says the evil spirit from the Lord. And I graduated from Bible school without concluding on that, how that an evil spirit can come from the Lord. That is a very highly theological, thought right there. But we see that David was called into the palace to come and just play the harp for the relief of Saul from the demons. He performed many jobs, and this is not the only time that he is performing many jobs. You see, in the house of his father, David was a shepherd boy, and then in the king's palace, he was a musician and an errand boy and a servant and also an armor bearer. You see, a lot of times we want to go for stuff that is lucrative or stuff that pushes us into the limelight. Not so with David. David was content with the little things that he was doing. A shepherd boy in the house, a musician in the palace, an errand boy for the king, and he was also an armor bearer. Faithful to the core, faithful to the very end, excited about menial jobs. I want you to understand, beloved, that sometimes all that you need in life is to learn to start where you are. David was content with doing very, very small things. And I want to apply it to our situations. There are many of us who want to start at the top. We want to make it big. But I want you to know, start from the bottom. You must manifest from the bottom. Manifest from the bottom. Somebody said that there are only two things that you start from the top, and that is grave digging and digging of pit latrines. Those are the only things that you start from the top. The rest of the things you start from the bottom. Start where you are. The Lord bless you. Amen.
You